Well, how do you do, everybody? Oh, okay. Yes, there I am. I'm live. Okay, good to know. Howdy, everybody. Don't be shy. Say hi in the comments. Yeah. Haven't done this in a while, so, you know, it's always good to loop back around and do those things you haven't done in a while. And one of those things is for me to go live. And I know y'all have missed me because I've missed you too. And just by looking at my subscribers, I have done nothing for such a long time, but yet I keep teetering between 699 subscribers and 700. Over the past 2 days, it's kind of ping pong back and forth with one subscriber. So I'm hoping that if I go live, more people will come. I hope that is the case. So yeah, hold on just a second. I'm going to click on something. All right, I'm missing a window here. There it is. Okay, good. Well, I've missed you all, and I'm going to be very distracted today because I'm working on things. I'm working on things for the future for EleWebDev, but I've got a new channel. I wouldn't call it a new channel because I don't want to start from zero, because I've accumulated 699 right now, and I'm hoping that by the end of this live stream, which, what time is it, 2:51? By 3:51, someone will have engaged and said, oh, she's cool, I'll follow her for Elementor basics. So I would love to see somebody show up on my little ticker here that says that at least one person's watching, but I digress. I might just be talking to myself for an hour, but I'm at least going to post this and have fun with it. So here we are. So since we're here and we're talking about Elementor, let me just change my screen so that you see what I'm looking at. Hey, looking at Elementor. Actually, I'm looking at this installation of WordPress and Elementor called Fun Ellie, because I'm just having fun. And I'm using the software that is, oh, you know, you're just going to make me have to click around and make sure I got everything ready, which I'm probably not ready. But I'm using the software, oh, good, it worked, Local WP. And so I have 2 installations of WordPress and Elementor, and you can have just as many installations of WordPress as your heart desires and your hard drive can hold to have fun with Elementor. You can try other plugins, test them, see what they work or not. Hey, we're having fun. So I'm going to go back to this installation, Fun Ellie. So I'll click back to Chrome. And there we are. And then I'll click this to bring it to the front so that Local goes behind and I can pay attention to what I'm doing. Oh, I have a viewer. Hey, viewer, I am so glad you're here. I really am. It makes me feel good that somebody out on the internet is watching me. So yes, if you're new here, which I hope you're a subscriber. Oh, you left. Oh, that just really hurts. It said 1 and then it disappeared. But anyway, I'll continue. If you're new here, my name is Catherine, and I have had a YouTube channel for, let's see, how long have I had it? Quite a while. How many YouTube videos do I have? 97. I would say the majority of those are lives, and then there's the rest of them that are just regular videos. And you can peruse at your heart's content. Actually, I do a lot of tutorials. And there's 3 channels in one, and it's going to be 4 coming up soon. But I have tutorials, and I have build-its, and I have news. And let's just say that it hasn't been, there's news for me, but not news in the Elementor world. I mean, sure, version 4 is coming out, but I'm just not. And then there's basics. And then there's what's coming new. The new stuff that's coming, which is, hey, you're going to have to stick around and find out, because I'm going to keep bated breath, and you're just going to have to want to know what's coming new for this channel. Yes, yes, yes. So let's go back to Elementor and WordPress. So I was installing, or at least I was attempting to update unlimited elements for Elementor Premium. I have, do I have a lifetime subscription? I think I do. I think I bought a lifetime. I'm not sure. I'd have to look that up, but I don't remember. A lot of things I don't remember these days. But at any rate, there is a new update. And I was like, oh, yummy. Because if you look, here, let me just fix this so that we know what we're doing. But alas, I don't know what I'm doing because I'm hitting buttons. Oh, wait, there it was. Okay, there it is. Okay, my little pointer. Oh, but you can't see it. You know, this really hurts, you know, because there's the software that I'm using to project this out unto the world. And let's see. Nope, that's not it. Hey, just out there. Hey, there's somebody here. Wonderful and lovely. So here's what we're going to do. I'm just going to have to hit the preview button. Yes. And then I'm going to have to just talk to you and waste time while I try to fix my screen. In my, what do you call that? Video production software. Hey, it's Dave Den. Hey, how's it going, buddy? I'm glad to see you. So glad that you're here. Yeah, I'm live and I just have not thumbs up. Thank you. Appreciate that. I have been busy doing other things. Where do I begin? I begin with hydroponics. Hydroponics is growing plants indoors with water. And I've been growing tomatoes and lettuce and all that kind of good stuff. I started back in April. And I'm creating a new thing for EleWebDev. And it's going to have a different name, but it's going to be the same channel. And I'm just going to create a playlist, and I will put the new videos up there. It's going to be a little advertising, but it won't be coming until January. But I think you already know Dave Dim since you are a subscriber. You already know what's coming because you've seen my community blog post on my YouTube channel. So, glad to have you here, Dave Den. My only Elementor add-on is still dynamic. Ooh, hold on, this may crash my machine, but let's see. There's your comment. There's your comment. Let me just move it down here. All right. Yes, put your comment on the screen. It should disappear in 15 seconds. I hope I set that timer. We'll just wait and see if that goes away. If it doesn't, I'll have to go into the settings. Oh, here, let me just click on it again. It'll disappear. Hey, grow a brain. Okay, so I lament, but let's go back to what I was talking about. I was testing out unlimited elements for, yeah, there you can see my pointer. Let me just turn that off because it's not working. Okay, because I didn't capture my screen properly. And I was like, oh, joy, unlimited elements for Elementor. Premium has an update. Now, if you look, it's got 1.5.151, and then it's got a 2.0 version. And if you know anything about version numbers, that's a great big huge leap, boys and girls. Yes, it is. And I was like, ooh, yum. I wonder what new settings they put in. Unlimited elements for Elementor. So I clicked on it. Hello. Hello, we have a blank screen. Uh-oh, somebody forgot to update their changelog. Or maybe they're still working on it and they just really wanted to push out the updates and then work on the changelog later because, let's see, where was I? Oh, I went to their website, I looked up their changelog, and let me just say, for the last update for said 1.5.151, they're 1s and 5s, and I just keep saying 15. They had a laundry list, just a great big huge laundry list of, and I keep hitting the wrong one. There we go. My Stream Deck. And there's 2 people. Hello, second person. I'm so glad you're here. So major plugin update. Yes, Dave Den, you are correct. 1.5 to 2.0 is a massive update, but alas, we don't know what it is. And I'm kind of afraid to update it because I would like to see what's in the update. So I haven't updated the plugin yet because I'd like to know what's in there. So I will just have to unwrap that package later. So if you're new here, which Dave Den is a friend, and his thing is on the screen, I have to, hold on just a second. Let me just go into the settings here of Ecamm Live and go to the preferences and make sure it says automatically hide. Well, 15 seconds, obviously, for my juiced up, excited brain is just a little too long, but we'll just move on. So yeah, so I thought I was going to play around a little bit today with version 4. Let's go see if I've got version 4 installed. Here. My brain's going 50 million miles a second because I haven't done lives in a while. So let's go to Elementor settings. There's Editor V4. Try out the new experience. I've been trying it out. But we'll try it out on this installation of Elementor and WordPress. And I love the fact that they just throw in a blank page and expect you to publish it. Okay. Thank you, structure. So we're going to play with some new features of Elementor today. And so, yeah, I'm looking at a blank page. So let's go back to the exit to WordPress. Okay. And we're on pages. I want to see all pages. There they are. Elementor V4. Yes, I'm excited. And I know everybody is excited. I keep looking at that one. I have OCD and it's like, oh, I have to I have to install a plugin. But alas, I don't because it's, yeah, I know what that is. And if you're wondering, if you just stopped by, it's unlimited elements, which the version doesn't have any notes. So I'm not wanting to install unless I know what I'm installing. So anyway, we go back to pages, all pages. And I like to work in WordPress this way. Okay, let me just get rid of these tabs. I like to, all pages. I like to right click and open in a new tab. So you see here, I got a new tab. And I like to right click, and then we're using the Chrome browser. I come over here and I go to Add Tab to New Group. And I name the group Pages. And I colorize it blue. And there we go. Now I know the tab that holds my pages. So if I come down here and I decide to, Pages. Yeah, I got to click on the right tab, sweetheart. Let's just go to the home page. If I right click, because if you click, normally left click on this tab, what's going to happen? It's going to fill this tab. I don't want to fill this tab. I want to have this tab open so that I can see all of my pages and switch back and forth between the pages. So if I right click and open in a new tab, well, guess what? The home page is now nestled inside of, grouped with, the pages that are blue. And if I want to collapse this entire group, hey, look at that. I can collapse them and I can open them up. Hey, that's fun. Yes, it is. So let's go to the home page where I was testing some things. All right. And let me close that. Okay. So we just have a menu along the top. Let's publish those changes of deleting things that I just did. So we've got atomic elements and we've got layout, we've got basics, I have Pro installed on this machine. And yeah, that's about it. Let's go look at some of these atomic elements. We've got a div block and they keep adding new V4 elements. They have a YouTube element. Now I have not seen the YouTube element. Let's just go clicky-do and drop a YouTube element in there. So they're rolling out widgets for the, let's go back, atomicness of it. And that is still in alpha. We're not even in beta yet. So, all right, let's go globals. Nope, we don't have any. All right. Now I've lost my brain because of the fact that classes, where are the classes? Let's publish those changes. I have a mouth that's going 100 miles an hour faster than my brain. All right, let's go back to, all right, where are the classes? Where's the class system? See, now I've lost myself. Let's go down here. Let's add heading. Click, drop. Okay. Style, there it is, general style. There are our classes. This is our class system. Lovely. But why can I not do that? Oh, there it is. I just wasn't looking. Okay, there's the styles. Okay. Let's say that we want to universally create a class that is rounded edges. So let's go, we're going to call it radius 20. I can't spell. Radius dash 20 for 20 pixel radius. It probably will be massively great big huge, but we'll just do it anyway. We can always change it. We'll go to border, and we'll go to the border radius, and we'll just go and add 20. So everything has a lovely 20 pixel border radius. Okay, so we have set that class in there, radius. Now, when it comes to this class system with Elementor, you want to think about your most used, don't repeat yourself, settings that you want to repeat over and over again. And it's a new way of thinking of how you build things. So for example, if I go to down here and I add another element, let's just go here, and let's say inside of this container, I'm going to style it up, and I'm going to put a background color of, hey, let's just choose something, royal blue. And you say to yourself, well, I want to add that class. Well, you can't, because I used an old school container. So we have to get rid of this. And we have to go back up to the widgets, and we have to use a flexbox, atomic element flexbox to do that. Because I wasn't thinking, but I thought that was a teachable moment. And I was like, oops, I didn't use the right container, flexbox container. So I will go back to edit flexbox, and I will say, change the background color. Okay, here's another teachable moment. We'll just add the background color of BG-blue. So you just pick all your little things that you want to use, background blue. All right. And so we will go to background, and we will say overlay. No, just the background color is going to be, and we can't choose our, hey, system settings yet, so we'll just have to guesstimate what blue color that was. And there's the hexadecimal value. Now there are variables which have just been released lately. So that's what this little pop-up right here. Those are variables, and that's the clear. I love that little broom, sweep it out. Variables. And so let's click on that thing, because I have not monkeyed with the variables yet. Create your first color variable. Variables are saved attributes that you can apply anywhere on your site. Okay, let's create a variable. The name is blue. Oh, have to click the button before you start typing. Name, B-L-U-E. Okay, and create. All right, so we now have a blue color that is a variable, unlinked variable. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so let's come up here to this video that I did, and let's just generally, let's just say that we want universally the layout, nope, the words that I'm looking for. Size, yes. Width, here we go. Uh-oh. Yep, there we go. You have to, oh, goodness gracious, let's go 600. There we go. That's the size I want. 600, we're just going to choose that. Okay. Now here's the problem. The item has a border radius of 20. We know we want that to stay there. But let's just say that we want to universally across our website, when we drop a YouTube video on here, we want to call upon a size, which is width. But unfortunately right now, this class we have selected is active and running right now. How do I know that? Because it has assigned that color to the width, but the border radius hasn't. I don't want the border radius to have anything to do with the YouTube video width. So, yeah, all right, so here's the problem. How do you back out of this? How do you fix this problem? What do I do here? What if I click this? Rename, remove. Okay, I don't want to remove it. Okay, but I don't want... See, we've set this class border radius 20, which if we go back down to border, see it's got the little teal greenish dot, which means this has a style. So if I come back in here and just, clean sweep it, baby. There's the broom, clear it off. Okay. So now, sure, I want border radius to be on there, but I also want YT video, and we're just going to put 600 to be very specific about what size we want. And we want to create that. Okay, so now, see, look, YouTube video 600, which means to me, YouTube video has a width of 600. I want that to be very specific to YouTube videos. That's why I wrote it that way. And notice that there are no dots anywhere, because now I'm going to assign the specifics to that class. So we will come in here and we will put 600. And there's our 600 width YouTube video. So this item here, this video, has a border radius of 20 and a YouTube video 600. Why do we do this? Well, because maybe we want the border radius to be on other things, like, for example, this container. It's blue. But if I click over here, I can add a class which says, yes, the background is blue, but yes, I also want to use a border radius of 20 pixels. Bazinga, there you go. So there is method to this madness of separating everything out. Because if you just pick one thing, let's just pick a thing. Let's create another thing. Let's grab an element. See, it has to be a atomic element, because if it's not an atomic element, it won't work, because the class system is not attached to it. These are the old school Elementor things. Old school. These are the new school, version 4. So if let's just say I drop a button in there. And let's just edit container and let's add advanced. Margin on the top. Unlink everything and put 100. Thank you, YouTube subscriber, for still being here. Oops, not 1,000. 100 will do. Might be Dave Den. He might be working on something and just following along with me. So I love the default of this button because it's hideous. And it fills the entire screen. The default version of this button. Okay, so if I right click and I choose reset style, save as default. See, we've got this save as default. And then we've got our new system of atomic stuff. So my brain and this atomic system of classes is like, well, which one do I use? I don't know. So let's just make some changes to this button. Okay, it's a container, but in that container I have a button. Is that correct? Let's hit Command-I or Control-I on Windows. Yes, I have a container and the button is inside of the container. Okay. So let's change the button, edit the button. What do we want to do to the button? Well, let's say that we want button. Let's go to style. So right now we have a local style, but I'm like, no. I want to style all of my buttons. So we're going to say, what are we going to say here? We're going to say, let's say pink button, PINK dash BUTN, because I don't, or BTN because I don't, let's save space. And let's create that pink button. All right, what do we want that pink button to look like? There are cases which you probably want to, hey, how are you doing, Webonaut? Oh, hey, how's it going, Jimmy? How's it going? Good to see you. Glad you stopped by. Wonderful, wonderful. Awesome and lovely. Glad you're here. Playing with a little V4. Little V4 coming up. What's happening with Elementor? So, in this case of the pink button, we can add a bunch of styles instead of separating them out like I did up above with the video. The video has a border separate from the size. This background of blue just has the border radius, I should be clear, border radius. And this button's going to have a bunch of styles. Number one, because it's pink. So we need to change the color of the button. So let's go to background and change the color to, and I can't pick my universal already made colors inside of this version Elementor, because they haven't made that connection yet. I hope they do that soon. Elementor. So we've made the button pink. So we obviously want to make the typography color white so that you can see it. Wee woo. All right. And then the font family. Okay, did I upload any system fonts? No, I didn't. We still have all of Google Fonts. Well, we don't want to do that. No, we don't. Okay, so let's go pause button here and let's have some fun with installing some custom fonts with Elementor. Hey, it's party. Dave Den and the Webonaut is having a good time. Thanks for stopping by. Glad to know that somewhere in the world, where it is on the East Coast of the United States at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, y'all are here having a party with me. That's awesome. Okay, we're going to install fonts. Okay, because if you've never installed fonts in Elementor, we'll just have fun with that because I've been away for so long. Let's just have some fun. Custom fonts. Here we go. Right there. Custom fonts. All right. No fonts are found. Ooh-wee. Okay, so what do we want? I want to install, because I know I downloaded from Google Fonts recently, the very crisp, clean variable font, which people may not be used to variable fonts. TrueType fonts come in different sizes, and variable fonts are like dynamic fonts that squash and stretch. Let's find out. Okay, so let's add a font. Enter the font family. We're going to put Oswald. Is it Oswald? I think it's Oswald. I'll have to go look that up. All right. Let's see here. I'm rabbit holes and I go diversions. We're going down a different rabbit hole right now. So I have a MX Master 3S for Mac mouse. Here it is. It's a funky multi-function button that has buttons and things all over it. You know me, I like my gadgets. And so if you look at my pointer right here, inside of the software that comes with the mouse, I've got this thing. Oh, you can't see it. Ooh-wee. Okay, that's all right. All right. All right, hold on just a moment. All right, I'm going to just, I'm going to duplicate this scene. Hold on. I put you in preview, and that's okay. We got that. Okay, and then I'm going to click this, and I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to change to see the entire screen, which is wonderful. And then I have to resize it. You just wait your pretty little head here a minute, and let me fix this so that everybody can see what's on my screen right now. but you can't see this. No, you can't. Okay, hold on just a second. Hold on. I'm fixing my screen so that y'all will see everything that I see, and fix it right like this. And when you know what you're doing, you can do it very quickly. All right, there's that. Are we ready? Yes. We're going to switch back and we're going to go publish. And you see what I see. Right here. Oh, I got to get out. Publish. There we go. Oops, hold on. I messed it up. Doggone it. All right, so now when I click here, you can see that. It is an on-screen. This is, again, back to the rabbit hole. I had to fix it so that you could see it on the screen. You can program these. Like this is paste, this is minimize, and that is screen capture. And this only pops out when I am on Chrome. Different software, I can change these buttons to be different keyboard shortcuts. Again, if you're wanting to know what mouse this is, it is the Logitech MX Master 3S. And I think they have a 4 that just came out. And I think they do cross-platform have mices for both platforms. Yep. Yeah, I like buttons and things. That's why I have a Stream Deck as well. So I can click and do things quickly. So at any rate, there's that little cute thing that I've been working on lately, getting all of my things working. Okay, that was a rabbit hole. Let's go back to, what was I doing? Oh, fonts. All right, so let's go to my Finder. There it is, but you don't need to see it. So I'm going to go to my external hard drive, and I'm going to go to fonts, my 4 terabyte external hard drive, and I'm looking for Google Fonts. But I typed it right, fonts, fonts, Google Fonts, there we go. Outfit, I was wrong, it's not Oswald, it's Outfit. I knew it started with, that's another one I like. Outfit, yes, O-U-T-F-I-T, there we go. Okay, that's the name. Choose a font to publish. Okay, very demanding. All right, so we want a variable font because I do believe Outfit that I downloaded is a variable font. Yes, it is. Add variable font. All right, and we want to upload it. Okay, we're going to select the file, and you're looking at my stuff. And Google Fonts. Come on, give me the name in alphabetical order so I don't have to look at all my stuff. All my stuff, fonts, Google. Here we go. There we go. Now you can look at everything I have. Let's go Outfit, and let's go Outfit Variable Font. Variable Font TTF. I thought variable font was a different type of font, but there it is. Okay. Now, let's select the TTF file. Beep boop. All right. Now, check the boxes to enable width and height, then define the minimum and maximum values for each. Lovely. Okay, so width. What do I mean by width? Width. I don't know what that means. I know weights. I understand that. So a min weight would be 100, which would be very thin. So we'll just put 100. And that's weight as in the thickness of the letter. And if y'all are talking to me in the chat, I can't see it. Okay. All right, so weight, what is it, 800? 800 is the maximum? Okay, I think it is 800. We want all of the weights. Yes, Dave Den, the mouse thing, and it's contextual to the software that is active at the time. Soon they will include AI in the mouse. You won't have to click anymore. You just think of what you want and it will click it for you. Very true, very true. All right, width. I don't understand. Min width and max width. We're going to have to go Googling. We're going to have to Google. What does it mean? Oops, where were we? What does it mean for a variable font? What does width mean in a variable font? Thank you. What does width mean in a variable? Oh, can't spell. Variable font. or font stretch is a design axis that controls how narrow or wide each letter form is, from 5 to 200 or more within a single file. Greater typographic flexibility. Okay, so knowing that now, thank you, Google, for your informative AI overview of what that means. Min width, I'm going to say, if 100 is normal, we'll go, I'm going to say that if you narrow the font, it gets taller, right? Width, right, okay. So I'm going to say, let's go 70. And I hope we're working in percentages here. And I'm going to go, let's just go 100. Let's hope that's what they want. So I'm going to hit publish. And I hope it doesn't argue with me. Okay, there we go. That's good. So that's done. I've not done a variable font, so I don't know what's going to happen right now. Black for the boldness. Yes, thank you, Webinaut. 900 is the black. Okay, very thick. Okay. So if I go to the font family and I say, hold on. We have to go back to Elementor settings. And we have to set up things that state the settings, where we turn off the integrations, advanced. Is it advanced? Where we want to stop Google Fonts. We want to disable Google Fonts. But then there's something we have to say that we want custom fonts. Okay, disable this option. You want to prevent Google from being loaded. That's what I want to have happen. This second is written from a different source plugin or custom fonts. Okay, so that works. Okay, so let's hit save. Or is there save? Yes. Save the settings. So we want to block Google Fonts from being loaded in. So if I go back to the home button, and just for smart purposes, I'm going to hard refresh, which is a Command-Shift-R or a Control-Shift-R for Windows. Can't reload the site yet because I have to hit publish, but I want to make sure that this page, oops, that's the wrong one. That is Command-Shift-R as in reload, not 4 for screenshot. We want to hard refresh the page so that this page knows and is refreshed to say, do not load Google Fonts, please. That's lovely. All right. I have a third viewer. Welcome, third viewer. The Webinaut and Dave Den is here, so welcome, friend I haven't met yet. All righty, so I'm loading the font family. Nope, it's not here. I have system fonts, but somehow I didn't turn on the, whatchamacallums, the custom fonts. Is that a setting I did not turn on? In tools, cache, mode, version control, maintenance mode, website template. Nope, that's not it. Let's go back to the settings. Integrations. No, it's not those integrations. Advanced. Enable unfiltered. Yep, that's good. Google Fonts. Disabled. Form submissions. Blah, 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 blah. But there's something for me about the load Google Fonts locally. Load Google Fonts locally to benefit for faster performance and compliance. Will be served from your own server instead of Google's. Only the very first load. Thank you, Dave Den. I was going to get to that. Load Google Fonts locally. What does that mean? From your own server instead of Google's. I don't own a server. Maybe on your website hosting? Someone in the chat, if they know what I'm talking about, explain locally on my own server. What does that mean? Because I'm new to this about the whole I have heard about this for a very long time. Oh, my little pointer works now. Hold on, let's make sure that I can, if I hit the right button. There we go. GDPR. What does that mean? I know it's about privacy and yada, yada, yada. And I've ignored it for a very long time, but it's a thing. And so, but where do I go to enable custom fonts? I think that I have a custom font. It is applied. Let's do a hard refresh. Let's go back to our page, hard refresh it again. Cancel, publish, hard refresh. Yeah, let's go. Oh, hold on. There we go. All right. I think you enabled Google Fonts in the previous tab, then use this local Google. Okay, load Google in the previous tab. Okay, custom fonts. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. Custom font. Custom fonts. Icon, role manager, system tools, license, settings. Is it the V4 that's not loading them? Because I haven't really used stable features. Here we go. 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 Data sharing, nested elements, header and footer, default theme, builder. Okay, optimized markup, container, custom breakpoints, additional, menu, customization. Nope. Performance, external file, enable optimized image loading. Okay, Gutenberg, lazy background, local. Load Google Fonts locally. Well, let's just enable that because no, we turned that off for a reason. Save that. Interesting. Cookie notice in the EU might end up disappearing in the future. They want the browser to manage the cookie and not the sites anymore. Interesting. Interesting information. Okay, so thanks, Dave Den, for that lovely information. Maybe version 4 doesn't work with custom fonts. Correct. Then why are we even going there? Version 4. All right, I loved you. But why? Why? Okay, let's do this. Let's deactivate version 4. We'll go along with Dave Den's suggestion that we'll disable it, blah, 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 blah. Okay, by deactivating, you will lose all V4 features. Any content you created with the video is no longer available to appear on your site. Containers, top bar, nested elements will stay in the current status. Top bar, nested elements. Okay, we got containers, but that button that's in a container, I've read and understood, deactivate. Okay, you've deactivated. Tell us why. Because I can't use custom fonts. All right. So let's go back to the home page. Let's do another hard refresh. Command Shift R. And everything disappeared. All righty. So everything is empty, empty, empty because it was V4 and we said bye-bye now. All right, we'll go back there in just a minute. So let's just grab a heading and drop it in there, and let's go to the style, typography. Let's choose the default. There it is. There it is. And I am moving out of the frame. Let me just turn a little bit. There we go. Let's choose outfit. There it is. Isn't that lovely? Thank you, structure. I don't need you anymore. So let's go edit container. Let's go to advanced, margin, top and bottom. Let's just go 50 here and bottom on 50. Okay. So let's have fun with the font style in the typography. So if we go size, let's make sure that it is rem. And if we put 1 in there, it should go to 16 pixels. All right, so that's pretty. And wait, ooh, so we go to 100. See, when it says variable font, look, boys and girls, it gets thicker and thicker and skinnier and skinnier. That is the love of variable fonts. Oh, Webinar wants to know if I've still been helping with the alpacas. Off and on. The alpaca farm, I have, for those of you who are new, I live a 5-minute walk from an alpaca farm in a neighborhood, yes. Nestled in between 2 streets is about 5 acres of property that used to be a horse farm. And then these wonderful people came into the neighborhood 10 years ago, and they didn't know what they wanted to do with the property because they knew it was a horse farm and there were barns already on the property. They saw alpacas, and they thought they'd go into, the business of raising alpacas. And so when I moved into this neighborhood 8 years ago, has it been that long? It will be 8 years next year, 2018. Okay, I moved in 2018. So, no. Yes. 8 years, 6 years, 7 years, 7 years. Honey, math was not my strong suit. But at any rate, I moved here in 2018. You do the math of how many years that's been. And I looked on Google Maps because I was moving from one neighborhood literally across one street over into a very large neighborhood. And I was like, okay, what's all about the... I know that this neighborhood that I'm moving into is a whole lot larger than the one I've been in, which had like 80 homes in it. And this one has like 800. I looked at the map and I looked at Google Maps and I saw where my house was. And then on Google Maps, there was a pin that said, on again, off again, alpaca farm. And I said, what? There's an alpaca farm next to my house? So at any rate, I'm an animal lover. So I went over there and started volunteering. And I have learned everything about there is to know about Planned Parenthood with procreation of alpacas and birthing alpacas and taking care of alpacas when the owners go out of town. And shearing season, which happens the first week of May for here in South Carolina because it's very, very hot. And so they need to be shorn like a sheep before the hot weather comes. And so there's that. They are having their open house, which is the Saturday after Thanksgiving. And they it's open to the public to come. And they have vendors, and the owners have, she has all of her alpaca things, like yarn and clothes and hats and gloves and socks. And everybody comes and buys things and looks at the alpacas. And they've had 4 or 5 babies. So they have the little nursery set up with the mamas and the babies so they can ooh and ah at the babies. And so, yeah, I will be going to the open house on Saturday. Gosh, y'all, it's just, I can't believe this week is Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving. Whew. Flying. All right, back to, that was a diversion. You can blame the webinar for that one. But yes, I've been doing some training, halter training. The young ones have to wear a halter to be led into the barn and probably into a trailer. If they injure themselves or need to go to the vet, they need handling skills. So yes, I've been doing that too. All right, back to variable fonts. Blend mode, alignment, text stroke. Let's see what happens here. Oh, we got a stroke. But if I go to typography and I change the weight, I want to change the weight. Okay, there's the weight. And I also have a text shadow. Let's see if this works. I'm going to grow a brain. Let's see. Typography. I want a color. Text color. There we go. Choose white. Yes, that's what I wanted to have happen. Text stroke. All right, let's go. Okay, there's that. But there are fonts that do that better. Yes, blame it on you. Blame it on you. All right, there are fonts that do that better. Boys and girls, text stroke. Is there like a CSS version way to do that? Because that's just hideous. That's like, not right. Is it because that is a, wait for it, an SVG? Possibly with math? And so it decides to take all shapes and put a border around it? All right, let's try something else here. Let's duplicate this. Yeah, duplicate button. Bing bong. Okay, let's change this font. Let's find out something, boys and girls. Let's just find out something. I'm testing and I'm just having fun. All right, we need to go to style and we need to go to typography and we need to change to a different font. Let's just go, Helvetica for right now. See, that's what I thought. That's what I thought was going to happen. Yes, I did. That's what I thought was going to happen. Variable fonts are literally SVG and shapes. And when you add a stroke, it looks oogle. Very oogle. My. What are we going to do about that? That's not fun. The next question is, does Google Fonts have oh yeah, that's not going to work. All right, I thought I was going to be cute. Let's go to Google and let's go to Google Fonts. Google Fonts. Okay, Google Fonts. Here we go. Let's go back to Google Fonts. All right, does the Outfit, Outfit, have a version that is not variable? That would be a hot no. Right. So we've just found out, boys and girls, from this, oops, hold on. Did I lose my place? Yes. We've learned that variable fonts may not be the font you want to use for outline fonts. Because your regular, ordinary, old school fonts do exactly what you want it to do, which is outline it. But alas, we are broken. Broken. Well, you would, let's do this. Outfit. What we would have to do is try to find a font that was not variable font. All right. So let's go over here to the filter language English. I have accidentally been on a site, and it may be in a cookie thing. Hear my mouse going? EF, come on, EU, English, that's what I'm looking for. English, thank you, English. Because somehow the cookie monster got messed up and the writing system was popping up as some other language I couldn't read. Aren't those fun? The Webinar, do you make videos? Oh, wow. I did not. Let me just write your name down and come peruse your YouTube channel later on. Let me write this down. At the web, oh not, N-A-U-T. I will find you and subscribe. Yes, I will. Okay, so we're here back at this problem where Outfit is a variable font. So what we want, Lexend, that's another variable font. And what we know is going to happen is it will variable. What if I don't want a variable font? And they're all variable fonts now. Okay, so let's find one that is sans serif. All geometric? That's what I want, geometric. Okay. Montserrat. Poppins. Outfit. There it is, it's variable. It is quite symmetrical. Yes, geometric, excuse me. Variable font, variable font. Look at all this. Jost. Jost is I like Jost too. Josephine Sands. It's a variable font. Well, this is not good, boys and girls, for the web development. Because if you choose a variable font, it is literally an SVG file. I mean, literally. I mean, I'm just saying it looks like a variable font, because if we go back, if you're new here and you just popped in, the top one is a variable font. The bottom one is just a regular old school. And we're having problems because I don't want. Everything I look at is variable. Is everything going to variable fonts? That is... Okay. Okay. Webinaut is a Bricks tutorial teacher. Alrighty, great. Now I do have a Bricks lifetime not subscription. I purchased it lifetime because it was back in the day when Elementor was kind of, we didn't know whether it was going to stay or go. It was that 3.0 debacle. And so, or a little after that, and I saw Bricks come out and I said, nice price. I think I'll buy it. Lifetime. So I do have Bricks lifetime. Basically, you know, sometimes you just have to buy things, put it in your back pocket. You never know when you're going to have to use it. Redux Pro is also variable. One style. Darn. This is not working. This is not working. Everyone has variable font. What if is there a way you can say that it's not variable font? 40 pixels, fonts. Is there a relevance? Sort by relevance, trending, most popular, name. What if you wanted non-variable fonts? Calligraphy, serif, technology, variable. Technology, none. Hey, let's click that filter. Yay, we get regular fonts. So Poppins has 18 styles. Poppins might be the exchange for outfit that does not work for me because we have this problem. So Poppins, let's see, one style, 18 styles, but that's too loopy. Everyone has, what's this one? That one's too rounded. Everyone, everywhere. One style. We need more than one style, because if you have more than one style, that means you have all of the weights. All of the weights. Railway Dots only has one style. See, that one style is very thin. Poppins is a popular one that is wonderful and lovely. Okay, one style. Okay, I think we're just going to have to go back to Poppins because everything's got either rounded edges. I want a geometric, sharp-edged Quantico 4 styles. Don't get sick. Yeah, I'm going through this really fast. Yep, Poppins, you may be the one. One style. 10 styles. What is this one? It's got, yeah. All right. It's at the top. Everyone loves it. So yes. Thank you, the Webinaut. We are going to go to Poppins. So I think we'll install Poppins. How about that? Yes. Let's go to our custom fonts. And we'll add another custom font, new font. It is a static font, most definitely. TTF file. We'll hit upload. And we will upload files. We're going to select the files. And we're going to go up and out to Outfit, Google Fonts, I know that I have Poppins here. There's Poppins. Now here is the dilemma that is static fonts. You have to upload them individually. You can't just bulk upload them. Okay, so what we're going to do is regular. We'll just grab the old Poppins regular right there. And we'll open that. Okay. And we'll select that TTF file. And the weight is 400 because regular is 400. The style is normal, not italic. And there it is. And there's the weight and there's the normal. Everything is good. And we're going to hit add static font. Beep boop. And there it is. Wait a minute. Normal, normal. Did I just, hold on. Delete that. Yes. Okay. So, oh, they need to move that button. They need to move that button because I thought add static font means add it. No, it means add another one. You have to publish. If you're good with this, then you have to come over here and hit publish. I did this the other day. I was uploading a font. What happened? Please fill out this field. Oh, Poppins. Poppins. Are you happy now? Publish. Yes. Okay. Add static font. That needs to be save. And you need... yeah, that doesn't work for me. Because I always click it wrong. All right. So what are we doing? Oh, we're going back to adding another font. So we will hit the TTF upload. Upload files. Select the file. Okay, so let's go Poppins bold. Yeah, let's go Poppins bold and we'll hit open and we'll select it. And we know we just, right there, Poppins. Select TTF file. Oh, because I clicked the field and it went back. Okay. Weight is bold. There's bold and then there's 900. We'll say bold because I don't know what bold. Okay, that's normal. Semi-bold, 400. We're not going to give it a number. We're just going to say it's bold. Normal. We're good. Don't hit add static file. We have to come up here and hit update. That just makes it difficult. All right. So then we'll add another one. And we will go to the TTF file. And we'll probably be adding upload, select files, black, open, black, TTF file. And we'll say 900, normal. Is bold black? I don't know. And we'll hit, the file is there, hit update. Nope, it's bigger. Definitely bigger. Alrighty. Light is 100, black, bold is 700. Thanks for that info, Webinar. 700. Good, good, good. Alrighty. So, with that being said, have we updated? We are updated. We'll go back to the home page and we'll delete that because that's a hot mess. And let's add a heading again, and we will go to the style, and we will go to the typography, and we will go to the families. Oh, got to do a hard refresh. Hold on just a second. That's what happens with Elementor. You just don't hit the refresh button, and that page doesn't know that you uploaded some other fonts. So now we'll go back, and we'll go that way. And we'll choose an element, a heading, beep boop. We'll go to style, we'll go to typography. Now when we choose the family, hopefully, Poppins is an option. And then we can go to weight, and we know that we put in normal, and we know we put in bold, and we know that we put in black. And then what I want to do is I want to close that off, and I want to go to the stroke, but we want to change the text color to white, and then we want to do the text stroke, and 1 pixel will do right there. or two. It's kind of bleeding into itself. So let's go back to the typography and choose bold. That's better. Thank you. So now we can do a little something like typography and rim and make it very large, like so. Lovely, lovely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I think I've been here an hour. And that's about all my little brain can handle for one day. Yes, an hour and 5 minutes. So, it has been a joy to have you here. Let me publish this page. It's going nowhere. It's not on the internet. It's just using this piece of software, Local WP, my local host of choice. Yes, yes. So it has been a joy to have you here, both Webinaut and Dave Den. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for the likes. I think we've had 3 people. We have 3 people now. Good to see you, Webinaut. Good to see you, Dave Den. Thanks for stopping by. And until our next chat happens, stay tuned to the channel and subscribe so you know when that happens. I did not give any information about what's coming, but if you peruse around my EleWebDev channel, you will know that I'm going to start a course in January. And that course is not for you, Dave Den, or the Webinaut, because it is for beginners. I have been teaching older adults computer skills for almost 30 years, pushing 30 real close. And so there is a warm place in my heart for people who don't understand things, that it just is not in their wheelhouse to understand how technical things work. So I will be teaching the basics, and I'm in the process of putting this course together. So, and I'm playing around just with Elementor, just in getting back in the saddle of going live on YouTube, because I will be, long story short, I bought a domain name and I never did anything with it, so I just abandoned it. Well, come to find out, I just was messing around, and the version of that, it's yellowline.design. And I had it for a while, I let it go, and I noticed that the site that I'd built a long time ago for it I didn't put it anywhere. So I abandoned the domain name, but I bought the domain name back again. And so what we're going to have fun in the new year is build Yellow Line Design is going to be a fictitious agency. And I will use all of the V4, or at least as much as the V4 version of the that we can get to build the site with. We're going to use variables. We're going to use classes. We're going to use as many atomic elements as we can to build the site. And so that's what's going to be fun coming in the new year, which is a build it, very long build it sessions, different episodes. We'll be doing the graphics. It's a long story short, but I abandoned Adobe. Yes, I abandoned it. I've had it for 12 years. I abandoned Adobe. And I have been tinkering with Canva for a while. And so when they got rid of Adobe XD, they made me mad. I didn't abandon them, but it made me mad. So I went from Adobe XD to, what was that one? Figma. And I was happy with Figma because Figma was very close, very simple, just choose a tool, there it was. And so Figma affinity has now graced the interwebs for free, because it can be forever free. And so I sat down one day and I said, okay, what's this affinity about? And I started using it. The first thing I wanted to know is, can you import PSD files? And the answer is yes. Yes, and a little bit of no. And so I said, okay, Adobe, bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Because you made me mad when you discontinued XD. So I am now learning. not one, not two, but 3 products in one, which is Affinity, Vector, Affinity Photo, and Affinity, that's a tongue twister, Affinity Layout, I do believe. So yeah, that's going to be in the new year. If you're into graphics and you just haven't pulled the trigger on Affinity yet, I'm going to have fun with that. So, and the course. And I just hope by the end of January, because I put a time frame on it that I would have it available by January. And I'm just a talking head here. I have nothing to show you that's fun on the screen. But yes, good things are coming. Lots of Build It sessions, graphics, getting to know Affinity. If you haven't decided to go with Affinity yet, what's his name? Dansky, Dansky, I do believe. I've been following his YouTube channel. He's a great guy. And so I'm learning Affinity through him and all of the thousands of other people who have jumped ship and are on the Affinity train. Toot toot. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So we'll have a lot of fun in the new year. I got to get my course together. And also locally in my own town, I am teaching 2 courses to older adults. Is Everyday AI. That's another thing I've been dabbling in with. That's another conversation for another day. And hydroponics. I'm teaching a hydroponics course. It's just 4 weeks, hour and a half each session. So I am using AI to help me put these courses together. And maybe at some point in time, one of my chat sessions will be getting to know AI, or at least AI through me. Now, have I built a web app using AI? Oh, but yes, I have. Not 1, but 2. And so I will reveal that at some point in time. So stay tuned, folks, because AI goodness and Affinity and all kinds of other wonderful things, branching out and doing other things besides Elementor. Maybe I can get more than 700 subscribers. Hopefully, when I end this stream, I will be solidified back into the 700 mark. So thanks for watching. Y'all have a good day. Dave Den, Webinaut, and whoever that third person was, thank you for stopping by. Bye now.